What up, Pimp Skin? Give me 1 second, big dog. I just gotta throw some garlic and fucking red pepper flakes on my pizza. Just warm some up. We'll see. What'd you do today? What'd you say? The lacrosse coaching? Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Good question. Give me a second. I'll think about it. Got an orange helmet, gray jersey, orange pants. Actually, we're going gray helmet, gray jersey, orange pants. Actually, gray helmet, gray jersey, white pants. That's where we're going. Hey, I'm literally gonna go outside instead of going upstairs. I'm just gonna run outside my porch, take a quick piss. Alright, here we go. Alright, so gray helmet, gray jersey, white pants. Wait, what color helmet are you wearing, Dan? Alright, I'm gonna wear orange helmet, gray jersey, white pants. There you go. Final decision. Let's roll. Good luck, buddy. I'm swagging.
Harmony.
Let's go. We're ready.
Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A
Got the
rivalry
unis.
game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see,
Thanks,
the
sir.
number
Thanks, sir.
12 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Yeah.
The Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews.
Oh my God.
I imagine he's going to get an ear.
Figures. I wanna, even if I didn't take that, even if I didn't take that backward, at least have fucking like another 10, 15 yards.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Not a good cut
You
whatsoever.
know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of
Not a
balance, right?
doctor.
You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way.
He should have got around it
handing
better.
the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Setting up the
Come on,
screen.
man. Why is the block
And
not
he
getting there?
never
Like, the
had a
block should have
chance.
got
As
there
soon as he
already.
caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got his man down the middle. Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go?
Yeah.
At least they fell on it.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man,
Better
those are
hold that
plays
fucking
that
ball.
you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Really nice job.
That's
all the
alright.
way
Nothing I
around.
can do
Got a
about
few
something like
blocks,
that. It's
made a
fucking
couple
literally
of
caught into
moves,
my
and a
end
good
zone.
return off.
Yeah. I hear you. Alright. That's what I like.
He's pushed out of bounds. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Badger. Oh, he's
How's
so
that not
hard
holding?
to get on the ground. He's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Missed that sack by like a second.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who
Fucking
can
gay ass
step up and
formation.
handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for
I
both
said
of
this
these
gay ass
programs
formation.
coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, Dave,
Yeah,
on
right
this
here.
game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
He's only had 2 plays.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it
That
off
screen
with a
was wide
1-yard
open.
run.
That fucking blocker, if he would have blocked your guy, I would have fucking got that first down. We would have been chilling.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews.
Come on,
Didn't
man.
find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field
man.
really quickly. They need to put something together.
Like, that fucking AI is just out there running by himself. Oh, shit.
They got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it.
Thank you.
Across
Get the fuck out of here. How's he even tackling me, man? He's fucking 3 feet from me. That is bullshit.
Before the defense brings it to an end.
He's fucking 3 feet from me. That is bullshit, man. Fucking dumbass fucking ref, dude.
Multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
Let's go.
They really
Take 3
performed
yards.
at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Excuse me.
And the Vols will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, looking to pass.
Got that. Oh my god, dude. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, you gotta fucking give me something too. Literally fucking throw in the perfect spot, catch you off guard completely, fucking burned him.
Turnover on downs.
I don't give a fuck. Don't matter. The fucking video game don't matter.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past.
Come on, man. He fucking makes me pushes him
really
2 yards.
They've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality. And that's what you want to see from this unit.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. This quarterback part of their running game.
What the fuck is that?
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
I can't believe this motherfucker lifts that shit wide open. That is
operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
He's a 94 speed, 95 speed.
Tight end looks. You kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson.
Fucking minute, too. I was literally fucking there for that round, too.
1st and goal from the 8. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Flagway.
How the fuck is he catching that, man?
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
We've reached reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the
You
offense
gotta
can
put these
build on
quarters
this
up
lead
fucking
before
6
the
minutes,
break.
man, because it's like you could run like that 1 minute will literally make, you know, like just make the game be just enough.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Barrels ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up 14 over Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good
Oh my God, that is trash, dude.
This possession.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
What the fuck is that about?
They use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
I feel like my guys are fucking exhausted, but it's not showing.
Find a way to draw a little closer.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Thornton. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wide.
Oh my God, dude.
How about that play to get a hand in there and
That is
force the
fucking
incompletion?
trash, man.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Let's fucking go!
It's him in stride inside the 10.
Let's fucking
And
go!
he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it
Dude, I literally, dude, I saw you fucking bring that blitz, and I was like, if I just get this ball off. I said, dude, I knew you were blitzing. I was like, it's just a matter of how quick your guys got in. You know what I mean?
All the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And he added the extra point. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return.
Yeah.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
What you say? My bad, I blacked out for a second.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Oh, I got you.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, it just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Badger. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense
I'm trying to fucking strip. I'm trying to punch that shit out, and they're fucking missing the tackle.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Open space at the 25.
That fucking package is such
bullshit. Finally
bullshit.
get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Gators want to move quickly. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, it's out.
Give me your fucking ball.
The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Didn't have
He fucking, my dude double tapped. Like exactly. If I didn't pump it, he would have got the fucking ball going forward. I would have at least been like, yeah.
Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times, if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback checking off. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly.
Hey, you had a fumble against me in the first
And he
game.
makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive.
And that
Wow, what
ball
a
is
music
picked
there.
off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it on the counter. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 28 over Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow.
All kinds of running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
There's so many guys on this offense that can hurt you for explosive plays. You saw a huge gain there coming on the ground.
And the defense sort of, at some point, a couple of guys said, yeah, I'm not going to catch him. Let me just coast on in on this one.
You've got to make the first attempted tackle. If you don't get this guy down on the ground right
away,
you better
that's not, he didn't catch that.
Running towards him because he will kill you with
wow,
the speed.
Looked like his toes barely crossed.
Good job focusing on the
that's
catch.
fine.
A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gators! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
What the fuck was that about?
And as the ball
makes its way
into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Okay. Really, guys, I want to hike the ball for the quarter. I wasn't even paying attention at the time.
Tennessee, 21, Florida, 16.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there.
I don't know what the fuck I gotta do sometimes.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Like, how can you make that pass perfectly?
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
Let's go.
And the Heat will get home.
That was
and
huge.
The quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield.
Come on, bro.
Almost intercepted.
That is
It'll fall
trash.
incomplete.
I fucking
The
know he
defense
punches
almost
it out.
came
That's
up with a
crazy.
turnover.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going downfield for the big play.
That is bullshit, dude. That was a fucking good idea.
The Gators moving quickly to the line. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Quick strike complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Gators are on the move. The give to the tailback. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and
bro, are you fucking chewing clock already?
if this offense is going to make a play.
You're not supposed to chew clock until under 2 minutes. You're not supposed to chew clock until under 2 minutes, dude. No, you're supposed to chew clock under 2 minutes. Don't be a pussy.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The handoff to Johnson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the ground to try to move the chains. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Jesus Christ.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Gets it out quickly. Delivers the contact.
Get the fucking ball out, pussy.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, it could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field with passing.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback sneaks ahead.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB stink. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Hey, listen, you're bullshitting with this fucking gay shit, so you're literally trying to inch your way so you leave me with 0 time. That's fucking such a pussy way to play. Such a pussy way to play. Such a pussy way to play.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on
Such a
first
pussy
and goal,
way to
and
play.
they are not cooperating. Trying to power it in.
Let's go! Let's fucking go. That's what you do. That's what happens when you play that stupid gay shit. That's what happens when you do that gay shit.
All the excitement, emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. And now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.